Well, the gap between Canada's top CEOs and the average worker in this country is widening. According to a report from the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives, in 2024, those CEOs earned an average of $16.2 million. That's around 248 times more than what the average employee gets. CBC's Tricia Kindleman has been tracking the story for us and joins us now. So these numbers are going in a specific direction, meaning that gap is increasing even from 2022. What are you seeing?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is 19 years that the Centre for Policy Alternatives has been gathering this data, examining these CEO pay rates, and basically watching this number just continue to go up. A little context, interestingly enough, today's highest paid CEOs are paid more than double what most CEOs were making in the 2000s or the early 2000s. So it's a staggering number. First one I want to share with you is the fact that by 9/23 today, those 100 highest paid CEOs had already earned what the average Canadian worker is going to earn all year. Now, the average Canadian salary right now is just over $65,000. So 2 days of work, $65,000 worth of pay for some of those CEOs. I guess not bad if you can get it, but the wealth disparity gap is growing, and that is what this group is really trying to highlight, because they are saying that the rate of rise what the CEOs are seeing is not comparable to the rate that the average workers are seeing their wages go up. So let's talk about Shopify's CEO, because he is at the top of this list. Toby Lutke, leading that Ottawa-based company. Now, he was looking for a way to sell snowboards and gear online. Didn't find what he was looking for, so he created it. Now, 20 years later, Shopify bringing in just some staggering numbers, and he is the highest paid CEO in Canadian history, bringing in over $205 million. Now, if we average out these 100 CEO paychecks, that's where you get that $16.2 million. Now, to just make this list, the CEO will have to earn at least $7.2 million. Now, a little bit more context around this. CEOs used to be able to make it on the highest paid list by making just $3 million. So you can get a sense here also, which shows you sort of that widening wealth gap and that disparity between the CEOs there. That red line you can see starting to go off the charts there, while that minimum, or that wage for those, minimum wage rather, that's that sort of midpoint for those earners there. But again, a lot of data here, a lot of numbers here to work through, but really it's all highlighting is that widening wealth gap.
So the report also talks about measures to bridge the gap between the haves and theoretically perhaps the have-nots. What is it saying on that? Yeah,
they're saying that it essentially comes down to taxation changes. There had been some stuff that was sort of talked about, batted around in 2024 and 2025, which really centered on some higher capital gains inclusion rates. Now, that never ended up coming through, but the group is basically saying that taxing the rich is sort of the only way that we're going to start to get rid of that disparity, at least.
Okay, CBC's Tricia Kindleman. Thank you, Trish.